you want to keep holding.
My name is Maisel. I am a parent of a 24-year-old who graduated from the New York City public schools. Fortunately, before all of this went on, I don't think it would have worked for him, and he gained a great deal of wonderful education and a great deal of equilibrium in his life from his experience of being in excellent public schools. I am a teacher also. Right now I'm a teacher at City College in education. And what I've been seeing is the tremendous change that's gone on from when I was actively a parent and what's happening now. It's part of a very large process of corporate pressures. There's a very big picture and many, many things that are going very wrong. One example of this change is that in every other city and town in New York State, if a child does not pass these state tests, the policy is that they are to be assigned to get extra help in the following semester. The only place in New York State where they have this policy of having to pass the tests in order to be promoted is New York City, under Mayor Bloomberg's policy. So this is, when we called the state and we said, could you please clarify this? They said, well, you better ask the DOE. Go to your own New York City Department of Education. Ask them to explain what the other cities in New York State are doing. They said, no, we need to know what's happening across the state. And at first they could hardly even answer because it was such an unexpected question. But finally, as they grasped it, they said, no, in fact, the state doesn't have a policy, doesn't require a particular response to the results of the tests. It is up to the cities, and your city, New York City, is the only one that has this policy. And this is a policy that is so damaging to children. It seems that the Department of Education has no consciousness of the human cost, as many people have said here so eloquently already. The human cost and the cost to children who are developing, and we want them to love school, and instead we're punishing them, and we're punishing them even in arbitrary ways. So it is so unacceptable, and that's why we're gathering here today. We have had many, many calls from people who are really too shy to come out here today, but who are in terrible distress. And as an example, there is a family with an 8th grade daughter in the Bronx who's unable to be here today, and she is a good student in some areas in math, and she's an excellent student in many other areas. She didn't do well on the math part of the test, so they gave her, without telling anybody ahead of time, the Black Line Master Test. She didn't do well on that. She got very flustered, and they are holding her back. And this child who said to me, she said two things to me on the phone. She's a very, very poised young lady. She said, I spent all of my spring working with other students, helping them, and they all passed the math test, and I didn't. I don't even know how it happened to me. And then she said, we've bought the ring and we've bought my dress for graduation, and they're not letting me go up on stage. It's just a tiny little detail, but from a person who clearly is ready for high school, has her heart set on entering into the large world of high school. She's been admitted to an excellent high school, but the DOE is not letting her go. So that's just one example of tens of thousands of people who are in